Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for attending our webinar today. We're going to talk today about getting better and faster reviews for your home care business. And I have everyone on mute mode, as you might notice, which simply means that we will not be distracted by the background noise from your offices. But if you have anything you'd like to comment on or questions you'd like to ask, please feel free to use the chat box on the right-hand side of your screen and ask any questions, and we will try to get to them at the end of this webinar. And if for some reason we don't get to them, we will definitely reach out to you personally and answer your questions. And obviously you'll have a chance afterwards with our contact information to contact us directly if you have any other questions or want to discuss anything else. Here's a little picture of me and a little information about me. I've certainly been in the industry a very long time and am just passionate about in-home care and health care at home. So I particularly enjoy watching the success of agencies, which is why I am involved in Core Cubed, which is, as you probably most know, an aging care marketing company, and why I am bringing you this webinar today. But I do have a fabulous panel of people who are so knowledgeable in the digital marketing and content marketing and educational marketing and SEO, and they are all with me today, and we are going to make this a bit of a panel discussion so that we can really get you will benefit from their insights and their input. Marissa Snook not only is the program administrator for CoreCube's MOST program, which is a specific marketing program for home care, but Marissa's also a managing director and really does assist in the movement of the company and in how we do business, and she shares that managing director position with Amy Selly. Amy Selly is our brand guru in addition to lots of other hats that she wears, and she is joining us today as well. And our last panelist here is Leanne Hoyer. Leanne is our lead content architect, has been in digital marketing for a long time and actually lives and breathes this stuff. So I think you will be in for a treat today. We're going to start with basically why online reviews are important. And here are some statistics. And Leanne, I would really just like you to talk about a little bit about why do you think that 88% of consumers trust online reviews?
Sure. Well, I think today, we have online reviews as sort of a digital word-of-mouth marketing. So we're no longer, calling each other up on the phone to talk about, to say, oh, I need a new dentist, or I need a caregiver for my mom. We're going online and we're looking at online reviews to give us that information, to tell us, this company works well, this company doesn't, maybe not so much. So we are looking online at these online review sites as kind of our word-of-mouth marketing these days. It's just where we go constantly to get our information is online. And, by the time people are ready to look at online reviews, they've made their decision. They know that they have a need or a want, and they know that they're going to fulfill that need or want, and they're going to a review site specifically to make a decision on which business is going to fulfill that need or want for them. So I think that's a big reason why we go to online reviews, and why they're so important, why it's so important for businesses to have online reviews.
And go ahead, Amy.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say one thing that I would like to add to that is that the online world, the internet, as we like to call it, has become more of a reflection of the real world. So in that regard, it's become more social. So reviews are located, not just on your website or on senior care directory sites, but on Facebook and on Google. And so it is true that as you see how the old word of mouth worked, this is kind of the internet mirroring that, and you're seeing that as the internet became more social, word of mouth is becoming that same way on the internet.
I mean, another point that I think is valuable that Leanne mentioned was that it is a process, and I would suggest that you go to corecube.com and look at some of our past webinars, because we do talk about the customer sales process. And generally, when you are talking about marketing for home care, you are talking about in that time frame between when someone knows they have a need and between when they actually decide who is going to provide that for them. And the fact that these reviews are farther down the road, they've already searched for someone, they've already made a handful of selections of these people or people I think I want to do business with, and that is such a crucial component to the online reviews. I think the other thing here is if you're not doing online reviews, and this is a quote from Forbes magazine, I mean, basically you are if you're not offering user reviews, or if you're ignoring them, basically you're alienating 88% of your buying population, because you're depriving them of information they want to help them make their buying decisions. And that's pretty powerful. Personally, think about when last time you searched for something. I mean, not only am I looking for good reviews, I look at the number of reviews that someone has, that a business has, and that also sways me. So it's not only that they have one good review, it's that they actually have reviews over time.
And I have a personal example to share, if that's okay. We were recently looking, my family, for a place to board our dog, and we found one online. And when I went to their Facebook page and liked their Facebook page, I could see who else checked in at that place and who else had reviewed that place. And what I ended up finding out was that several people that I knew from the community, a mom from school and another person from my church, had checked into that place, had used it, and had left a review of it. And so that was a great way for me to say, people I know from my community are using this service, and that makes me, and they're happy with it, and that makes me want to use it more.
That is an excellent personal example. Thank you so very much. This is just another reinforcement on why online reviews are important, and Caring.com basically researches a lot of their user experience and how and they have systems that can track if someone is on their website doing something and then calls the agency and becomes a client, and you have a 1.5 times greater chance of you get more leads if you have more reviews. So I mean, that goes along with what we're saying, but it's just another statistic to back that up. Now this jumps right into improving SEO and why they're important. So I need one of you to talk about what is SEO, just to make sure everyone in our audience knows, so that we get a little SEO 101 before we start talking about these reviews.
I'd be happy to do so. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, and basically what that means is anytime you're doing a search online for anything, when you type in that search word and you get pages of results, how businesses get listed on the first page of those results have to do with a lot of different factors that you can do to show Google or Bing or whatever search engine you're using that you have a quality website, so they list you as a top choice to answer that question or that search that the person is looking for. So that's SEO in a nutshell. Why online reviews make a difference for SEO, one of the factors that Google is using to show a site as quality are looking at how many people say that the business or the service is a quality service. And they are ranking sites that have positive reviews or a number of reviews in general higher than they are listing sites that have no reviews. So it is important in that aspect if you want to be seen, because how many of you, when you're doing a search, go to the third or fourth page of results? Typically, you're going to stay on the first, maybe the second page. So if you want to get on that first page, you've got to get some testimonials online.
Yes, and we are talking about testimonials online and not on your website, but on other places.
Third party.
Yes, third-party testimonies is what we're talking about. The other thing that I would like to have clarified here is we have organic search results. Can you just talk about organic search results for a moment and what that means?
Yes, organic would be the results that don't have the little word ad right by them. The ones that have ad on them are paid through Google AdWords. The organic listings are ones that pop up because the site is quality, or Google has decided that the site is quality based on a number of ranking factors. And it's much longer term benefits to having your site rank organically well versus the paid advertising. You can rank well if you pay a lot of money, but once you stop paying a lot of money, then all of those benefits are instantly gone. So organic is a longer ranging benefit.
Yeah, and I wanted to just talk for a second about why Google would give rank and credibility to you having a review or a testimonial on someone else's site. And you know, it may be obvious to some, maybe not to others, but we expect you to say good things about yourself on your site, and we expect you to post good comments by other people on your site, and so does Google. When those comments are posted on other sites that are not yours, it is seen as an increase in credibility, and that's why they're giving higher rank to sites that have those.
Very, very good insights. So we've talked a little bit about why online reviews are important, and this rankings, by that rankings increasing, what that means is your rankings in the searches are going to increase. You're going to come up. And unique content is one of those things that Google particularly likes, and that will also help those rankings increase. So when a user writes a review and it gets posted on a third-party site, then even if it's published on your site, that it becomes new content. But the unique content is coming from someone who's speaking in a different voice than you.
Yeah, I like when we talk about it in terms of signals. So one of the things that search engines are looking for are signals from the web that people find your site to be good and find your service to be good. So when you get reviews on other sites, on social media pages like Facebook, that is a signal to the search engine that's coming from other places that verifies that your service is a good one.
So where are the best places to have online reviews? Obviously, we've talked about caring.com. That is probably the best place to have the industry-related reviews because it is such an important site and it has so many visitors and it has been in existence for a pretty long time. So you all want to talk a little bit about having online reviews on caring.com and what that means and any anecdotes that you anecdotes you might have?
Yeah, caring.com is, like you said, it's been a, sorry, Miss, I'll just jump in real quick. Caring.com has been around for a long time. It's got great authority. They not only review or let consumers review home care sites on their site, they also offer a lot of resources. So a lot of family caregivers, people searching for care-related resources are coming to caring.com, and they're reading those resources, and then they're reading the reviews of other home care businesses. So they're already on the site looking for beneficial resources for themselves, and they're also, you know, that's giving caring.com a lot of authority because they're posting such wonderful resources. And then they also have reviews there that you can look through as well as while you're making your caring decisions. So that's, I think, one of the best reasons that caring.com is so important to have your reviews on caring.com.
Well, and because it's such a, Google sees it as a very well-trusted site and as a good site, then it's coming up on those first page of general search results. So when someone's searching for care in their area, it's a natural place for them to click on and look at the reviews.
The other thing I would like to mention here is that having reviews on a third-party site is important, but that site should be authentic. And I know there are some sites within this industry that are what we think of as link rings, which are really only allowing you to put reviews on the site if they're positive reviews and if you're paying for that. And those are, in my opinion, and I'd love to hear it from you all, those types of reviews would be less important than a legitimate site that's actually allowing people to give an honest review, whether it be good or bad.
Well, I think people are savvy in today's day and age. If they see only 4- and 5-star reviews on a service, it's a little bit suspicious. Everybody gets the odd 3-star review here and then, even if they have a fantastic service. I think it was you, Amy, who said, you know, we all have ways to improve.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. The willingness to ask, how can I improve, and to, you know, be able to read reviews that aren't perfect and understand the importance of those.
This is really from, these are review sites, the best places to have online reviews, and it is from a survey that was done recently. And there are different places, as you can see, to leave online reviews. So we feel like in the home care industry, Google Plus is obviously a great place to leave online reviews, as is Facebook. And do you all have a preference for what you think are the best online review sites for home care?
Well, Google Plus obviously is going to give you a lot of bang for your buck because Google's going to rank their own services higher on the search results in a Google search, obviously. Facebook would be my second choice because for the home care industry, the demographic that's mainly on Facebook is the adult children and above. My daughter likes to say to me, she's 13 years old, she says, Mom, Facebook is for old people. But it is your demographic, so I think that's a great place to have reviews.
Any other opinions?
I agree. Google Plus, I think, like Marissa said, it's going to get ranked higher. It's going to show up more for people that are searching, and I think that's why people trust it. These are you know, some of the top online review sites that consumers say they trust most. And so I think, looking at these, I think all of these are really good sites. I've used all of them when I've searched. Yahoo less so because I'm a Google person, but I have used all of them and read reviews on all of these different sites. And so I think, the more reviews you can have in the more places, you're going to reach, more people that way.
Yeah, I would also agree with Google Plus and Facebook for home care. Oh, great, and that's a great segue into what I was going to say is that, and Leanne, you might have to correct me on my word choice for this, because Leanne's younger than I am, but I think the intuitiveness of Google and Facebook and the way that they show users the things that they're probably the most interested in when you're actually, on Google and when you're on Facebook. Just like my example before, when Facebook knew that I was friends with this person and this person had also checked into that dog boarding facility and had liked it and had given it a good review. They help you by putting this information right in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. Google Plus and Facebook both have very sophisticated algorithms, so they know what you're searching for. They know if somebody's been on either Google or Facebook searching about caregivers, about home care, about senior care, and they track that information, and they will put information that they think might be relevant to your search in front of you so that you have it. And they'll put it, local information, especially if you're searching for something like senior care in a certain area. They'll put that local information in front of you so that you can see it.
And this is really just snippets. We Googled a couple of home care agencies that we know do online reviews, and this is a snippet from the actual first page of that search engine. So it does show, it gives you an idea how many Google reviews they have, and then you'll drop down, particularly for this Midnight Sun, it'll drop down and you can see they also have reviews in other places on the web. So Google has consolidated all that information. And obviously if you were searching for home care in Alaska, in Anchorage, you've got lots of places to go and listen and read reviews or understand how people have used that service and what they think about it. So it really does help you also in that search process because it calls out that that agency name right there and lets you immediately see how they're doing with their reviews.
Yeah, I love this graphic of Midnight Sun. I mean, it's showing you how many Google reviews they have, but then it's aggregating how many Facebook reviews, how many caring.com reviews, how many Yellow Pages reviews, and then allowing you a direct link right to those other sources of reviews, as well as listing, the reviews right there for you. So they're really giving you an opportunity to make an informed decision in comparison to another, agency that you're looking for. And so it's really helping Midnight Sun out to have this all there.
Now let's talk a little bit about bad reviews because as Amy says, there's always, should always be room for improvement. So Amy, you want to talk a little bit about bad reviews?
Yeah, I can do that, and I hope Leanne will jump in with me too. Yeah, I think that, we hear a lot of clients say that they're afraid that if they ask for reviews that they're going to get bad ones. And I think you can't not ask for reviews because of that. When you get a negative review, it is an opportunity for you to respond to a customer and to show other customers how you respond or other potential customers how you respond and to show that you listen Even more importantly, I think it gives you the opportunity to turn it around for that person who's making the review. And I think it shows that you're human, like we talked about earlier. There are unfortunately some sites out there that only post good reviews, and I don't think that looks real. I don't think it looks on the up and up, and it's okay to have a bad review in there. It's an opportunity for you.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off what you said, I think it is natural to be afraid of opening yourself up to negative criticism. But like Amy said, it's an opportunity to open up a conversation and to show other consumers who are, flipping through your reviews and reading them, how you respond to that criticism. Obviously, you never want to respond to a bad review by going on the defensive. You want to respond to negative reviews in a way that shows how working with your agency is going to be in real life. So how you go about making it right for a customer who maybe did have a bad experience, or how you go about helping to change a reviewer's mind. And as we say in this last bullet point, even if that reviewer's mind can't be changed, the people that are reading your reviews and doing their own research are going to see how responsive and positive and open to feedback you are, and that's only a benefit for you.
And you don't want to not respond.
Right.
That's an important point.
Or be defensive either.
Yeah, stay away from being defensive and definitely respond, even if that person that left a negative review doesn't respond back to you. At least other reviewers, other people who are looking at your reviews can see, well, they're open and they are trying to make this right for the customer. They're asking questions, they're listening, they're maybe offering to make it right in some way. So that kind of response, just even if you're not getting through to that negative reviewer, you're getting through to other people who are reading your reviews and showing how positive, how interacting with your agency is going to be a positive experience no matter what the outcome.
And I think crucial to all this is not being defensive. That is the one thing that is the hardest thing for someone who is leaving a bad review or criticizing, is instead of accepting responsibility for it and being open to change, to have someone be defensive about why it happened. So very, very good advice from all of you. So what is it that keeps people from leaving online reviews? Leanne, do you want to talk about this?
Sure. I think the biggest thing that keeps a person from leaving an online review, particularly if you know that that person has had a good experience with your business, you're not asking them. It's really, really important to ask for those reviews up front, especially if you know that you've got a customer there who's just said something great about you. Don't be afraid to say, oh, would you mind putting that in a review online for us? It would really help us out and let other people know, that you had a good experience. Another big reason that people hesitate to leave reviews is time and convenience. Not a lot of, some people have never left a review online before. They don't know where to do it. They don't know where your company has set up reviews, so they don't know where they should be leaving a review for you. So not only asking them to leave a review for you, but letting them know in a number of ways where they can leave reviews, how easy it is to leave a review, and just making the process as easy on the reviewer as possible when you are asking them to leave those reviews. So that can be done by making sure any email campaigns you have going out have listings of where your reviews are. Just telling them in person, hey, you can leave a review on our Facebook page, that'd be great. We have a Google page where you can leave reviews. I've also done a couple of videos for Core Cubed for our clients and here's a little snippet of one of them. We unfortunately can't play the video for you, but there's a link to it, and I'll pop a link to it in our chat box here for you all. This one in particular is showing you how to leave a review on Google, and I've also done one recently on how to show clients how to leave a review on Facebook. Both are really simple processes, but if you can just show them that video, or watch the video yourself so that you know how to tell clients how to leave those reviews. It just makes it that much easier for them to actually go out and leave those reviews. But number one thing, you've got to ask for them, either asking in person, asking on your website, asking on your Facebook page. You've got to put the word out to your customers that you would like those reviews from them.
And I will say that because the YouTube links are so sketchy, and Leanne is going to put them in the chat box. But the other thing is, if you go to YouTube and just search for Core Cubed, you'll come up with the videos that we have posted, and Leanne's how-to are up there. So it's a very easy way to send information to someone to tell them how to do something. So, and she's actually walking you through the whole process, so it makes it very, very easy. And this is something Leanne was saying, this not being asked, and I think when that opportunity presents itself, someone says, "Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with you, made my life so easy." At that moment is when you need to say, "I'm so happy that you feel that way. Would you be willing to leave us an online review and to tell others about your experience?" So, but it really is something that I think you really do need to train all your staff, because the direct caregiver, when they're getting that compliment, that's the perfect time for someone to be motivated to go in and tell other people about it as well.
And I would even take it a step further. If they say, "Sure, I'll leave you a review," get their email address and say, "I'll send you the link," so you can just click the link and then you can leave a review. And if they don't know if they have an account or someplace to leave a review, you can include the link to that video showing them how to do it. So that's all a part of just taking all of those barriers out of the way to make it as easy as possible for them to post that online.
We do have a program that does make reviews easier. And Marissa, do you want to talk about our RISE system?
Yes, I love this program because it allows you solicit the reviews from whoever you want to, and you can send them an email request for a review, or you can send them a text message request for a review. And the statistics are showing that more and more people are responding to those text messages because A, they're not getting blocked by a spam filter on an email service, and B, it's so easy. I mean, people are checking their text messages a million times a day. It's so easy to, you've got it right in front of you, you just press 4 or 5 stars or whatever you want to rate the agency as, type in a few words and hit enter, and you're done. And then the system will take it a step further. If they have had some good things to say about your agency, it will then send them the little links to Google, Yelp, Yahoo, Facebook, wherever you have online reviews, so that they can then just press copy and paste and get that review online. But it also gives people who have negative comments a place to safely voice their concerns and not have to necessarily have that go on Facebook, Yahoo, or Yelp. So you can deal with the negativity offline. It makes them feel better because you can honestly answer them back and deal with the situation, but it keeps those negative reviews off of the online services. So we're not necessarily blocking any negativity from the online services, but we're making it a little more difficult for the people who have a negative response to find you online to post those negative reviews. So that's also a good thing.
Yeah, and I think I would phrase it differently. We're providing an opportunity for them to give you real feedback. And if it happens to be negative, it gives you an opportunity before they decide to go online. And maybe you didn't know how they felt, but it gives you that opportunity before they go online to respond to what's going on and help them. And, and then they may never take that opportunity to go online.
Yeah, I think that kind of speaks to why people leave negative reviews in the first place. They want to be heard. They want, the people that they're dealing with, that they're working with, to know that they've had a bad experience. And, for a lot of people, instead of calling up the company and saying, look, I had a bad experience, the easier way is to put up, a negative review online. So that RISE really helps to kind of rearrange that system and let you know firsthand whether or not somebody's had a bad review, so that you can take the steps that you need to fix your own system if it needs to be fixed, or make something right before, like Amy said, before they go online and voice that opinion.
And one other thing I want to mention about the RISE program is that it sends a request more than once. A lot of times people will look at that email and they'll go, oh yeah, I need to do that, and then it just sort of falls off their plate. We're all very busy. So then in a couple of days it sends them another reminder. And if they do leave a review, then they go out of the email loop. And they also go out of the email loop if they haven't responded within a certain amount of days, so that they're not getting bombarded with messages from you. So we certainly don't want to get them irritated.
No, we want to make them happy, keep them happy, and have them do positive reviews online. Well, we've talked a lot about reviews, and we've also talked a lot about how reviews help with SEO. And Marissa gave us a great overview of SEO. But I just want to reiterate here that having a website is really the very first component to, obviously, having your site found on the web. You have to have a website. But there's a lot that goes into that starts with having a well-built website. I could even go back further and say your branding, the why you're in business, the visuals that people are looking at, the strategy behind it. But so it really does start with that well-built website. And we know that websites need to be mobile enabled. Recently, I have noted that some different types of content management system websites are easily mobile enabled and others are not. So as we're continuing to move into this digital marketing world full bore and at a rapid pace, the things are changing pretty rapidly. So having it mobile enabled, which means that no matter what device someone is using, whether it's a tablet or a smartphone or a PC, they're going to get a website that looks good and they can find the information on. So the other is fast loading. So that has to do with where you host it, how well it's built. But it has to be fast loading, because if it's not, people will go elsewhere. I mean, I have noticed lately I'll follow a link, but if I don't get it in 4 or 5 seconds, then I just go someplace else, and then that link is totally out of my mind. So there's just lots and lots. I think there's 222 things Google measures or Google looks at for search engine ranking. And having reviews is just one component of this SEO, but it is a valuable component, because you're not only, it's helping people make the care decisions is one thing, but it's also helping with your SEO ranking. So anyone else want to talk a little bit more about SEO and how reviews fit into that search engine optimization component?
I like to explain it to people this way. The job of search engines like Google and Yahoo and Bing, now that the internet is so crowded with companies offering goods and services, is to show consumers the very best, most high quality, well regarded by their consumer base websites. And so when we are working on SEO for home care agency websites, we are working on a number of different things that include how to improve how others perceive their quality on the web, to the technical ways that Google wants websites to work so that they're easy for consumers to use. As Marilee mentioned, there's a lot of different facets, and as everyone knows, those search engines keep improving their algorithms for how to judge quality. So we also stay abreast of what those changes are and what they mean for those sites, and then implement accordingly.
Yeah, and every time Google updates their algorithm, they always do it with an eye toward how is this update going to make the consumer process easier? How are we going to make searching easier on the consumers? How are we going to get the right things and get the websites that the consumer is looking for in front of them faster? So it's always about how Google can make things better for the consumer. So we always try to stay, as Amy said, abreast of what those changes mean and how we can make your websites better and more functional and easier to be found.
Well, this is lots of very good information, and you all have given great insights on this question of reviews. And here's our contact information if anyone wants to get in touch with us later. We do have one question that I'm going to answer offline instead of online, so just so that you know that. Is anyone else, and that was specific to some sites that only publish positive reviews, but we'll answer that offline. So does anyone else have any questions that you would like to ask about reviews, about CoreCube's RISE program, about search engine optimization and how reviews fit into that?
While we're waiting for a question to come in from the attendees, there's a question that I think Marissa could cover, that I would, having been on the agency side before, that I would have asked, and that is, how do you decide who to put into the RISE program, and how do they get into the RISE program?
I would put anyone in there that was a current client, past client, and your caregivers, because you want to get reviews from both. Don't forget that caregiver testimonials are important for when you're recruiting. If you've got a page on your website that has to do about your caregivers and employment, that'd be a great place to post those positive reviews. But then you've got to imagine that caregivers looking for which agency they want to work for are going to be doing the same search that consumers would be doing when they're looking for service. So peppering those caregiver reviews on Google, Yelp, or Yahoo along with the service reviews is important.
Well, we are not getting any questions, so I am thinking that, oh, wait a minute, I think I did just get another one. It's a little difficult to read these questions. With seniors that do not use the internet, is there a link for written or verbal reviews?
Well, you can post those on your website, but when it comes to leaving reviews on third-party services, the way that they verify that those reviews are accurate are that they come from a personal account. So they would need to have some sort of personal account. You could help them set one up if they're willing to do that with you. That might be an idea.
And that is one of the things covered in Leanne's, one of her little snippets of how-to is that you do have to have a Gmail account in order to leave a Google Plus review. So, and that's covered in her video about how to do that.
So when Marissa says that we are recommending that you put clients, caregivers, family members, even referral sources into RISE, the way that we ask for that is by asking for a list from you that we can upload into that RISE program, which then generates that contact with those people to start asking for the reviews and filtering out the negative ones for you to review and respond to, and following up with people on your behalf, so that it's an automated process versus a manual process.
Well, that seems to be the end of our questions, and you all have been a wonderful audience. Thank you so very much. And my fabulous panel, Leanne and Marissa and Amy, thank you so much. And I forgot to say earlier, but I did record this, so this will be posted on our CoreCubed.com events page soon. So if you would like to share this with someone else, you may simply have them log into CoreCube.com events or go to CoreCube.com events and enter your information, and you will have access to a whole wealth of information and educational webinars that on a lot of different subjects. So thank you very much. I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you, panel.